Good evening. It is 6:06 p.m. on Friday evening. Anybody watching? How you doing? How was your day? It is a little chilly. It's not cold, but it's sweater weather. And it's raining. It started raining, I don't know, maybe around noonish today. And it hasn't really stopped. And I have finally noticed that the leaves are starting to change. The colors are getting pretty. I like fall. It's such a pretty time of year. I love the colors. But at the same time, I hate it because it's wet and dreary. And I know what comes after. I hate winter. I loathe and despise everything about winter. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cozy. I fucking hate it. I hate the cold. I hate the wet. I hate the gray. I hate the snow. I hate everything about it. Absolutely everything. I'm a very, very, very poor excuse for a Canadian. I don't belong here. I fucking hate winter. And it lasts about 7 months of the year. So. God damn it. Other than that, I'm just kind of waiting, killing time until I have to pick up Boo Boo. He's done work at 8 o'clock tonight. So when I finished work, excuse me, after my 2 days off there, I went to work today. And it went well. I mean, I did floors, right? The new hire is doing bathrooms. So when I work with her, I do floors. But whatever. It's fine. It's fine. And I had to laugh at her today. She's so funny. Kids, man. Bear in mind, this girl's 18. So when I say kid, I mean kid. She's doing one of the great big Jesus showers that we do once a month. So in the houses that we do once a month, especially the bathrooms, you have to scrub everything, like, because soap and hard water have built up, and it's a lot of work. So she had sprayed it. It had a glass shower door, and she had sprayed it down with the vinegar Dawn mixture that we use. That stuff's amazing. You want to get rid of hard water off of anything? That's the shit. Straight vinegar and Dawn dish soap. Yeah, awesome. And a magic eraser, and it's clean. So she'd done that, and but she hadn't rinsed it yet, right? So it's got all the bubbles and shit on it. And I was in there helping her because that bathroom is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it has a great big soaker tub that doesn't really get used a lot, but because we're only there once a month, you have to wipe it down and reshine everything and whatever. So she had everything done except for the soaker tub, and she was working on this big Jesus shower. You have to scrub the whole thing is those little tiny tiles, like the whole thing, and then the glass shower door. So you have to get in there with your magic eraser and fucking scrub in between all the grout and shit. It's a fucking pain in the ass. And so she was doing that. So I wiped down the tub for her. I just sort of damp clothed it, wiped it all down, and took a dry cloth, dried it all down, shined everything else up. We're good to go. And she was getting frustrated. She wanted me to fill the bucket that we use, the little measuring bucket thing that we use to hold all the cloths and stuff. She wanted me to fill it with water from the tub, and I'm like, bitch, I just shined and dried this fucking tub. It ain't getting wet. Hold it up to the, it didn't have a shower head that you could take down. It was stationary. I hate them. I said, just hold the bucket up to that and fill it from the shower. I'm not wetting down this tub again. She says, I'll get wet. I'm like, well, you clean bathrooms. Yes, you're going to get wet. It's kind of part of the job. Well, I don't want to get wet. Give me the thing. Filled it up. And when I turned around to give her the thing to rinse down the shower door, my boss had come in and was pointing out little things that she had missed or could do better. And so they were talking. So I didn't want to interrupt that. So I just went ahead and I rinsed down the door, and I realized as I was squeegeeing the door, my boss wants you to use a cloth to dry the doors. That shit takes too long. I use the squeegee. We have a squeegee in our bucket, and if we most people have a squeegee in their shower, right? They squeegee down their walls and whatever the fuck. I use that fucking thing for everything. I squeegee down the walls when I'm done, because I'm not sitting there with a cloth fucking drying everything. That's not happening. I squeegee everything, give a quick once over with the squeegee. If it's a glass shower door of any kind, I squeegee that motherfucker down, and then I Windex it, and I wipe it down with a dry cloth. Done. Right? So as I'm doing that, I'm squeegeeing the door. My boss is going on and on about how you should be using at least 4 to 5 cloths in a bathroom, because you've got to dry the doors, you've got to dry the walls, and I'm looking at her. Yes, you might need to use 4 or 5 cloths. Absolutely, because hair is the bane of your existence. If you clean bathrooms, hair is your biggest foe. People need to fully body wax. I am so sick of cleaning up fucking body hair. Again, the squeegee is your friend. So I'm kind of giggling to myself as I'm squeegeeing everything down. I'm not drying nothing. Fuck that. And then I take my squeegee and I squeegee the floor of the shower, right? Because it all gathers water. You get that pink mold shit and bleh, right? It's also the easiest way to get rid of all the hair that you've rinsed off the walls and whatever. And squeegee it all toward the drain, and then you clean the drain out, and you've got all the hair in your cloth. It's beautiful. It doesn't need to be bone dry. You just don't want anything puddled, right? Standing water equals mold. So, cool. So I go to get out of the shower, and this shower door doesn't have any stripping on it. It literally, you have a gap about like that. So whenever you rinse down this shower door, you're getting water out into the bathroom in front of the shower. It happens every fucking time. It's unavoidable. There's nothing you can do about it. So I said to them, because they were talking with their backs to me, and now there's a puddle kind of not directly behind them, but behind them. And I said, just be careful backing up. There's a puddle of water behind you. I got to sop it up in a minute. And then the new hire starts kind of like, oh, like, it's not a big deal. It happens. Like, I don't know why you're panicking. I'm the one that did it. I said, it happens every time you do most of these bathrooms with these kind of shower doors. The bathroom gets wet. It's fine. You go get the mop it all up. Whatever the mop doesn't get, you get with your towels. It's fine. It's not that deep. She's so funny. I couldn't believe she went, I don't want to get wet. I'm like, so you're going to go back. You're going to go from inside the shower, walk outside the shower, walk over to the tub, fill the thing, walk back over to the shower, get in the shower. You're going to do that like 3 or 4 times to rinse everything down. Are you fucking crazy? And then you're going to have to re-dry and re-shine the tub. Like, fuck that. Get a little wet. It's fine. You have a sweater. I'm here to tell you, I get so fucking hot when I'm working. I have days, if I'm doing bathrooms, I purposely get my shirt a little damp in the shower because it feels fucking good. Like, if you are not enjoying getting a little damp in that there shower, you ain't working hard enough. I'm just saying. Holy shit. Like, you're cleaning bathrooms, you're gonna get a little wet. It happens. Just, oh. Oh, my dear. My dear Lord. But it was fine. And then when we dropped her off and my boss took me home, we sat in my driveway for a few minutes. And she needed to vent, I guess. Now, like I said, this new hire is 18, okay? So she doesn't have a whole lot of work experience. She doesn't have a whole lot of life experience. She don't know what the fuck she's doing. And she doesn't have a whole lot of experience in dealing with constructive criticism, okay? The last 2 days? The last 2 days, and now my coworker was telling me about the one day when she dropped her granddaughter off at my house. But I guess yesterday, Thursday, was more of the same. And on top of, like, missing a lot of things, like not washing the shower walls at all, like my boss would go in and check, and there would still, like, be, like, you know, shampoo or soap or whatever, like, actually on the wall, and hair and whatever. And my boss would bring her in and be like, did you wash the shower walls? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, well, but there's soap and everything on them. And, well, I didn't see it. It doesn't matter if you see anything. You have to wash the shower walls. You have to spray them down and you have to wipe them down, and then you rinse it down and then you dry it. If you're me, you squeegee it. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't see anything. You still need to wash them. She just, I guess, doesn't admit her mistakes. She doesn't own her mistakes, right? When my boss comes to me, and it happens frequently, where maybe I didn't get in a corner well enough, or there was a couple of hairs on the floor, or whatever, right? There's always something for somebody to bitch about. And my boss will come to me and she'll, you know, bring me into the room and be like, she won't even point it out to me anymore. She'll be like, what'd you miss? And I'm like, And I'll see something, right? And be like, okay, my bad. All right. And I fix it. No problem. Earlier this week, I had completely neglected to do half the fucking bathroom, okay? This is why I put myself down to part-time and started looking for therapy, like, that day. Because it's just fucking crazy. Like, there's no excuse for that kind of shit. I'm all kinds of ugh. So I had neglected to do the toilet. Like, I cleaned inside. I didn't do outside the toilet, and I didn't clean the soaker tub. Or the mirrors, and my boss didn't even notice that. I noticed when I went back up to do everything else that I didn't even do the fucking mirrors. But she came down to me while I was doing my last bathroom of that house and showed me the pictures, and because she'll go in and take pictures and then bring them and show them to me. And I'm like, and I said, like, I'm such a fucking dick. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll let me finish here, because if I stop what I'm doing to go finish something else, I'll forget where I left off and fuck. She's like, yeah, that's fine. So that's what I did. And I felt like a fucking idiot, because there's no excuse for that shit. But I did that. I owned that. I was like, yep, I fucked up. My bad. Like, I'm an asshole. I'll go fix it. You know, no problem. It was my bad. People fuck up. You're gonna fuck up probably multiple times a day doing multiple different things. You know what I mean? Own that shit, fix it, carry on. It's not that deep. But I guess she actually, the new hire at one point actually kind of started crying in one of the bathrooms. So then my coworker and my boss were kind of tiptoeing around. Like they didn't know, like things had to be said. She's learning. Like you're not going to learn if your mistakes aren't pointed out to you and if you're not made to fix them, right? But she was getting so touchy about it. My boss was actually up half the night last night thinking that this girl was going to text her and be like, yo, dude, I quit. Right? She was great today. Like I said, I found it, it's the age, right? That whole thing about not wanting to get wet. Well, it's your fucking job. Like, it's going to happen. Get over it. I'm not overly impressed. I mean, I love it in the summertime. It's fucking awesome. It works out well because I'm hot. I'm not a big fan in this weather of getting wet because I do one house and my sweater or my jacket comes off. That's it. I'm in my t-shirt and fuck whether I get wet in a shower or not. Don't give a fuck. I'm so hot. I don't care. But you do catch a bit of a chill coming from the house, like, because people's furnaces are on already, and some people keep their house like 76. Like, fuck me. Would that be like mid-20s or something? Like, it's fucking crazy. And then you come out and you're not only sweating, but you're damp from the shower and that cool air hits you. I mean, you know, but I like it. But I don't particularly want my shirt wet. You know, being sweaty is one thing, but actually being wet is... But that's the job. It is what it is. Bring a fucking sweater. Like, you know. It's just... I found that so amusing. I don't want to get wet. You're cleaning a shower. You're gonna get a little wet. Just saying. But she did great today. She did absolutely great today. We even did a first-time clean with her, and I don't know how many first-time cleans she's done. I've only worked with her a handful of times. But she worked damn hard, you know. But I guess she was giving attitude the other day, I guess. And she actually said to the boss, you know, this is so stupid. This is stupid. Like, my boss is trying to explain things to her and the way that things need to get done. And, you know, this is a team effort. And if one person starts really lagging and doing a half-assed job, it affects all of us. We lose business, which means we lose hours, which means we lose money. Like, you know. And she got all in a hussy about it and took it personal, right? And then the other thing was, there's this particular house that the lady is so picky about the bathrooms that my boss does the bathrooms there. I don't do them. I've done them a couple of times, and she gets her nose up in a twist, the homeowner. So my boss just does it, like whatever, right? So, and this is what she's telling the new hire yesterday, right? Like, Jen doesn't even do the bathrooms here. I do the bathrooms here. You know, it's nothing personal. You've done a great job, but this lady's picky. Like, it's her. It's not you, right? And she said that she was moping, like, through the house, like, in the present, and the customer was home. Like, the homeowner was home. And she's, like, dragging the mops and, you know, all pouty-faced and whatever. And I was like, you can't do that. Like, you need your game face on when the customer's around. When the customer's not around, who the fuck cares? Like, whatever, be mopey. Like, we're not going to hold your hand. Like, whatever. As long as you're working, I don't really care what fucking mood you're in. But just, you know, to be going around like, this isn't fair, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. You don't act like that. You don't speak like that in the customer's presence. You fucking keep that shit to yourself, and you talk it out when you get out of the house and to the van. Then you talk your shit. And you never tell the boss that the work is stupid. Are you out of your goddamn fucking mind? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You keep that shit to yourself. That's the kind of thing you vent to your coworkers about. You know what I mean? You want to talk shit about the job? Come find me. We'll talk shit all day long. Like, it's fine. My coworkers the same way. You need to vent about the job. You go find my coworker and she will talk shit with you all day long. Like, it's fine. You do not talk like that to the boss. Holy fucking shit. My boss told me that tonight or this afternoon, and I swear to God, my jaw hit the floor. Like, I was like, but again, that's her age, right? She doesn't get it. She doesn't have the experience. You can't do shit like that. No, ma'am. There are certain things you can say to your boss, and there are certain things you fucking keep to yourself. And you talk your shit with your coworkers. Like, oh my God. I couldn't help but laugh. I said, I'm sorry. I said, it's not funny, but it is. Like, I mean, when did I get, I had my first job when I was probably 12. Okay. Like delivering papers and flyers and things like that. Right. And you had to go around collecting once a month or whatever the fuck. And, you know, that was my first introduction to customer service, okay? And that's all I've done my entire life is some form of customer service, all right? Never, if you're having a bad day, do you show that to your customers? Ever. Never. You suck it up and you make it into a big ball and you push it way down in the bottom of your stomach. And you fucking hold that shit in and keep that to yourself until you get home. And then you scream or cry into your pillow, whatever the fuck you got to do. Or wait till break and vent with a coworker. But you do not do that shit around the customers. Ever. Like, oh, I could not believe that. And so I said to my boss, you know, because she was concerned that she was either going to have to fire her or that this girl was going to quit. And I said, well, if shit goes south, okay, call me, let me know, and I will come back full time. I'd really rather not until I have a couple of sessions under my belt. But I'm not going to leave you high and dry. Like, I don't want to not do this job. Like, I do want to work full time. To me, there's 0 point working part time. There's no fucking point in that shit. And she knows how I feel about that. So I said, you know, like, if shit goes south, call me and I will come in. Like, I won't leave you guys hanging. I would never do that to any coworkers ever. No, I will not leave you hanging. I will be there with bells on and my permagrin, and we'll get through this. We'll do this. We'll kill it. It'll be great. Like, it's fine. And then when I get home, I'll be like, vent in my vlog, and it'll be great. It's fine. It's all doable. So she said, you know, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I said, well, like, I mean, it's not my first rodeo. It's my first time in a very long time where I'm so in my head that it's affecting both my work and my home life. Which is why I'm going for help. But, and I said, you know, but that's why I'm going for help, because I can't manage everything. I can't deal with everything. It just, I'm burnt out. Like, I'm just, you know, and it is affecting my work, and it is affecting my home life and my time, and, you know, how I am with my kids. And I will not have that shit. I will not fucking have that shit. It's getting looked after. And then a bitch is going back full time, and hopefully I will have, you know, I will have learned or be working on learning some skills in dealing with my fucking head and the bitch that keeps fucking around up there. And I will be able to focus better because I know I do a good job. I know that I do a good job. I work damn hard at whatever the fuck I'm doing. And it will be the best that I can do no matter what I'm doing. That's just how I am. I take a lot of pride in my work. It's my focusing and my concentrating and just slowing everything down in my head that I can just do what I'm doing and do it properly. And then I can work more on doing it timely, right? Like, I don't think my time is that bad. But like I said, she told me a week or two ago that to be fully trained, I had to do all the bathrooms and the kitchen, like a full kitchen. So in some houses, I'm kind of there, like depending on the size and how many fucking bathrooms. Some houses, not so much. Some houses, I can get to all the bathrooms and the full kitchen. Some houses, I get to all the bathrooms and half the kitchen. And some I don't get to the kitchen at all. It's just a lot. You know, so I'm getting there, and I think once I get my own fucking shit together, it'll be easier to concentrate, which will make it easier to get my speed up. So, but, you know, I also said to my boss, you know, maybe the next time I work with the new hire, if I feel it's appropriate, I'll have a talk with her and just let her know, you know, because I mean, I am still where she is. I mean, I'm still training. I'm still learning. I'm still, you know, I get it. And I have my own anxiety, depression, self-loathing, whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, I have my own shit that I deal with in my head daily, like every day, all day long, you know. And just kind of let her know, you know, like, because her triggers or her, you know, when she experiences the shit seems to be in the morning, during the day, that kind of thing. With me, that heavy chested, can't breathe, kind of panicky feeling is usually at night. Like when I'm trying to go to bed, right? Once there's nothing to distract my brain with anymore and I'm trying to go to bed, that's when that shit happens. Usually. If it happens during the day, I'm extremely stressed out and it's just, I'm done. And I'll start kind of spiraling like that. But usually I can keep it under control while I'm at work and just, it's fine. And that's when I'll smoke more, like, because I'll need that, just those few minutes to get my shit together. And instead of saying I'm having a moment, I need a, you know, I don't want attention brought to that. So I just need half a cigarette, right? And my boss will kind of go, okay. I'm like, just a half. Like, I can smoke half a cigarette in like 3 puffs. Like, I mean, I smoke quickly. So I think if I kind of say to her, to the new hire, you know, like, I get it. If you wake up and you feel that kind of panicky, shaky, I can't do this thing, call me and I will cover you. Like, that's my position right now. I am the backup girl. Okay. I'm the on-call girl. If somebody can't come in, if somebody's sick or whatever, if there's a family obligation, whatever, I'm there to pick up the slack. So I kind of made that offer to my boss, right? Kind of feeling her out, how she felt about that. And she said, yeah, if you want to, she said, but she can't do that all the time. Like, she, you know, if she can't put that shit aside and deal with it, like, you can't be the go-to person all the time. And I said, no, I get that. And if I feel that conversation is one that I need to have with her, I will make that known to her. I have my own issues but the difference is I'm trying to deal with them right now, right? So, which is why I'm down to this on-call thing. So, I said, I get that, and I will make that clear to her. But, I mean, she also, it might make her feel better and maybe a little less anxious if she knows that there's a bit of a safety net there. You know, like, it's not something you can get away with doing a couple times a week, but, you know, once a month or something, if you just need that mental health day, that is kind of what I'm here for. Do that, right? Take your mental health day, breathe, get your shit under control, come back to work. Like, I personally don't have an issue with that. Now, if she gets this other team thing going, then she's going to have to learn how to suck it up. Like, you know, I've done it for most of my life. It's rare that I get up in the morning and I feel immediately panicky. It happens if I'm under a lot, and I mean a lot of stress. It happens. But I take a few breaths before I get out of bed. And I get out of bed. And it's a real, we have to do this. We do this or we don't eat. We do this or my kids don't have clothes. Like, you know, and I get my ass out of bed and I go brush my teeth and I wash my face. And if I need to have a cry while I'm doing that, I let it happen. I hate crying. I fucking hate crying. I do everything in my power to avoid it. But if that's what's going to help me get my shit together and get to work on time, I let it happen. Well, the water's running and nobody can fucking hear me. Usually everybody's still in bed. That's fine. If that's what has to happen, then that's what has to happen. And I think that that's something she needs to learn, right? You have to deal with your shit and carry on with your life. Like in the grown-up world, it doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't wait for you. So, you know, and she kept saying she's 18, I know she's 18. And it's like, yeah. And you've cut her some slack and I've had a talk with her. I know my coworkers had a talk with her and now my boss has had a talk with her. So she needs to man up. And I mean that with all the respect in the world, you know, because I get it. Like I totally get it. It was an interesting talk. It was a very interesting. She obviously needed to vent. I mean, I know she was very, very frustrated. I mean, she's a good kid. And when she's on, and she does a fantastic job and she does it quickly. I mean, she does it quicker than I do. Like, I mean, you know, she's also 18, a lot younger, so she fucking should. But and I told my boss that, like, when she's on, she works hard, she does it good, she does it fast. I said I was a little jealous. Like, you know. But she'll grow up professionally as she grows up mentally, right? It's a process. I guess there's a reason why teenagers start off in like retail and fast food and stuff like that. There's a little bit more give, but what time are we at here? She's getting pretty dark. 6:40. Well, no, my battery is off here. There we go. So, yeah, it was an interesting talk. It made me, in a very selfish yet satisfying way, it made me feel appreciated. That sounds so stupid, and it sounds even worse when I thought it was stupid when that thought jumped into my head. It's even worse when I say it out loud. Holy fuck. But it did. It made me feel like she appreciates how hard I do work, and that you know, that I'm trying to get everything perfect, which is a bit of a problem. and timely and all that stuff. And, you know, like I'm giving it all I got. And I felt kind of recognized for that today, which was nice, because my boss is not a pat you on the back kind of person. She's a very, very nice lady, but she does have a bit of a cold bedside manner, which is fine. I have no issue with that, you know, but it's a little bit of acknowledgement here and there is nice, right? Like the first time my coworker and I worked alone together, I think we did the week alone. My boss took a week off. And we were both like, fuck yeah, do that. Because she worked almost a year, I think, 6 months maybe, on her own. Like doing all these houses on her own. Like I couldn't even fucking imagine. Oh my God. So it's like, yes, you do that. You take your week. We got this. It's fine. And when she came back, she'd given each of us a Timmy's card, which I thought was so sweet. And she actually thanked us and told us that we did a good job and the customers were all real happy and whatever. So that was super cool. But then when I go to her and I ask her for feedback, it's like pulling teeth, right? So when I go to her and say, you know, so this is how I feel I'm doing. What do you think? How do you, I mean, you're the one that's been doing this since God was a child. So, in your professional opinion, how do you feel I'm doing, right? How do you feel I'm coming along with my training and whatever, right? And to get feedback is like pulling teeth. It's like she's searching for what to say. And I've told her many, many times, I can take constructive criticism. Watch your fucking tone. Don't get snippy. Because I will call you out on that shit. But if I'm fucking up, let me know I'm fucking up. Just do it with some goddamn respect. Like, don't call me, like, don't put me down. Don't, you know, like, don't berate. Like, that's not necessary. When she takes the pictures, I find that very helpful because I'm visual, right? To tell me, your words mean nothing to me. Show me. And then I will go fix it. You know what I mean? So that kind of thing I appreciate. And I was just saying in a couple of vlogs about the communication at work being shoddy. So it was really, really good to sit. Because we sat for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so and talked. And so I thought that was really, really good. And she did also mention that she wants me to come and work 2 days, like a good 2 days a week, regardless. On top of covering for anybody, right? Which I appreciate because that's not what the new hire had. She was like literally on call. If somebody was like if my boss needed to take a day off for whatever the fuck, or if my coworker needed to take a day off for her son, or if I needed to do something with, you know, my kids or whatever, like appointments or whatever. So that's all she was doing. I had made a point of saying to my boss when I cut my hours back part-time, which means I still want to work. I want a paycheck. So she was telling me this afternoon she was thinking Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but she's going to let me know next week. I would imagine she would let me know by Monday. This Monday is our regular Monday off, where my boss does her paperwork and stuff. So I would imagine at some point Monday she'll text me and let me know what's going on. Because if she texts me Tuesday morning, I'd be really fucking mad. I'm not getting up if I don't fucking have to. I will get up at 8 o'clock for Monkey, and that is all. Getting up at 6:45 or 7 o'clock if I don't fucking have to. If I ain't getting paid, it ain't happening. So, that is how I roll. So, It was a good talk. I really, I appreciated it greatly. It made me feel better about a lot of things. So, that's what's been going on with me. As for the weekend, oh, and I got my Halloween candy today. Fuck. I have never waited so long to get Halloween candy, my lord. I've usually gone out a couple of times by this point to get Halloween candy because I buy it and then I eat it and then I have to go and buy more. But I bought probably 3 or 4 boxes of different kinds of little chocolate bars and stuff. And that's all I got. I didn't get, usually I get a little bit of everything, suckers and gummy candies and chips and whatever. This year, I fucked that. I have no idea. I mean, last year was practically nobody. This year, I don't know. I've heard a lot of parents saying, well, it's a school night. Like, fuck, let your kids go trick-or-treating. God damn it. I would let my kids stay out until fucking 10 o'clock at night trick-or-treating on Halloween. School night be damned. I don't give a fuck. Go in late. Whatever. It's our night, man. We're doing this. Like, fuck off. It's one night. So, I didn't want to go crazy on it. Plus, then... Like, I mean, chips I'll eat, but I didn't want to get a bunch of candy because nobody in our house eats candy. And quite frankly, I don't want to eat a shit ton of leftover chocolate and chips. Like, I'm trying real hard to cut back on my junk food. So, there's that. And then I believe my boyfriend is working this weekend, so he won't be down tomorrow. So that kind of changes my plans a little bit because I was just going to let the house go to shit and do my cleaning on Monday. But I guess I will clean up the house tomorrow. I'll probably set my alarm for 9 and clean the house tomorrow. I'm not sure what Boo Boo's working tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he is working, but I don't know when. But that's fine. I have a nail to fix because I broke my thumbnail yesterday. So I'll clean my house. I'll fix my thumbnail. I got a fuck ton of laundry to do and put away. I've had laundry cleaned and folded and sitting in on my kitchen table for about 2 weeks now. A week and a half. So I need to deal with that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So I'll do that, and then Sunday I need to go pick Monkey up from his dad's. I told him between 12:30 and 1. And I'll either do hamburgers or I'll go get a frozen pizza or something because our regular pizza place is closed on Sundays. And Boo Boo doesn't like pizza. And I don't like Domino's. So, if the other place is closed on Sundays, we'll just get a frozen one. It's fine. And then I have to start painting Monkey's face because we couldn't find the mask that he wanted. So I will paint it. That's fine. And then I believe Boo Boo is going to take Monkey out trick-or-treating, and I'm going to stay home and shell out for the kids. And then I'll be watching horror movies for the rest of the night. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, and one of those movies will most indefinitely be Rocky Horror Picture Show. I watch it every Halloween. No fucks given. Love that movie. Love that movie. So, that is my plans for the weekend. So, let's see. I still have an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, well. I guess I'll go home and find something to do for an hour or so. See what shenanigans I can get into before I go pick up Boo Boo. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great night. And I'm going to try and vlog this weekend. I should be able to get out tomorrow and do a vlog, and then that'll go up for Sunday. This one will go up for Saturday. So it should all be good. But if not, everybody have a great weekend. Have a fabulous Halloween. If anybody is still watching at the 45-minute mark, I'm proud of you. Let me know what it is that you're doing for Halloween. Are you going to a costume party? Are you trick-or-treating with your kids? Are you going trick-or-treating? Let me know. But have fun, be safe, take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.